som e isso, tá bom? E o feed? Tá fixe ou não? Nice. Obrigado. É normal. É normal que consigas ouvir o som do rato, porque ele depois faz barulho a clicar. É normal. Mas eu não vou estar a usar o rato. So, we are trying to do some stackable mountains. We already have some done, not completely done, just a foam cart, but let's start from the beginning. We are trying to get something with some rough edges. That is going to be able to be stackable with on the top. Nothing of this being seen, so we have to run it with the pen. Statue is key part. So we're trying to do some stackable mountains, some stackable cliffs, and from here we're trying to carve some foam. We are trying to leave all the thickness of the foam. So this is what we are going to carve. And you're going to try to use the maximum space of this particular size of foam. This is what works for me, and that's what I'm trying to do. So let's just try and do. After all the markings, we are going to rough it up with some knife and do some textures to simulate some rock. This is my first stream ever, guys, so it's normal that some things are not going to be as perfect as they should be. I'm just going to do some rough cuts where I'm going to try to separate the foam. We're just going to try and break it off. It's not as easy as it seems, but it can be done. This is already helping us get some texture right here. Then noise is not the most pleasant thing in the world. Something we have to deal with. This is going to be the problematic. Okay. Now we are getting there. We are making some progress. Straight. There's no problem about it. I only have minor detail, some indentations, something that the viewer can see. So let's get this mess off here. I don't know if the sound of the mic is okay. I'm not using my headphones, my headphone set's mic. I'm using right now my computer's mic. So probably when I'm with my back turned to you, I will not be able to listen properly. After this stream I will check it out and maybe I'll change it up for the mic up here in the webcam. We'll see. After this, I like to do it all over again. But first, I'll need to send a quick message to someone. So, I like to do some vertical lines right here, along all the edges, horizontal lines, sorry. First, and only after that, I'll do some vertical lines, and this just to give me something more to take out, create some more textures, anything you for all the hearts. So now, vertical next. But I'm not completely worried at all where they are going to end up. This is all going to be semi-destructed in a while. Some are more diagonal, some are more vertical. I really do not care. Okay. Now that we are done with this, it's going to start the messy part. So, what I'll try to do is use the tip of my knife to enter in the slots that were created and just drag them off, trying to rub all the surface, creating lots of texture. This is all going to be cleaned afterwards and refined so that they will look a bit more like rock. It's looking at the moment. All this is going to be struck with a lot of bits of foam to create the texture for us to paint afterwards. There's foam flying everywhere. These cliffs will be stackable and they will be also double-sided. I'm trying to decide between grass in one side and dirt in the other, with rocks right here doing all this texture, or maybe I'll do rock like here and here and grass on the other side. Like this I can turn them over and use them in different situations and in different places. More versatility using everything that I craft, so it's a bit better than just a step. I hope the music is not too loud for everyone to pick up. There's so much foam everywhere. It's going to be something to clean up afterwards. I don't care if I take a lot out. What I really want is all the texture that you can be created right here. So of foam. So the floor is mainly done, and now all this. Are we having a little trouble with the stream? So I think we're not having enough feed, but at least the stream is not ending right now. Foam everywhere throughout my computer, my table. I'll try to put everything here. All done. Okay, so let's continue by cleaning all these pieces of foam. First, let me just put the stream just like it was here on my computer, so that I can see what's going on. So now we're trying to break all these pieces of foam that will look a bit fake. Try to knock out everything that is about to follow so that we have a more pleasant experience while painting. I'm going to be honest, I hate the painting phase. I love building things, but painting them is not my big forte, if you know what I mean. I have buildings that never concluded. See, everything to follow anyway. Let's keep on doing it. Everything that needs to be taken out, everything that still has some cuts, like right here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little cut. I'm sorry the camera is not the best option right now, but maybe in the future we'll have some more funds to have some cameras with better quality. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Trying to do some more damage in some of these corners. The tip of the knife, fortunately this one is broken in the tip, so it gives me a good edge to scrape all these bits of foam out. This noise, everyone hates this noise, but it's something that we gotta keep on doing. Something good. technical difficulties, so no worries there. Starting to be a little bit more like rocks. I don't even mind this kind of overlay right here. Use everything that needed to fall down, so we are going to the next step. That is cleaning this mess. And the next step is really simple. It's basically doing them a bunch more times. So after we have all these little cliffs, I'm going to be selecting the ones that still need to be touched. Still touch right here. I'm going to put them all away right now so that we can work on each one individually. Some of them are F-size also. Kamsaidi! So, are we doing it again? Okay, it's back. Nice. It's back. So I had to up a little bit something in OBS. So now we are analyzing all these bits. If we have some cuts, like right here, that still need to be cut a bit. These are natural bits. Trying to get just good textures out of it. If we still see some marks from the initial cuts that we did, we should take them out. Pieces that are about to fall, pieces that are too straight also. I don't know, just look at it and try to see a rock in it. It's not that hard. Bada peeps! Respect, toda a gente está aqui a ver. Novamente, eu tenho estado a falar em inglês, mas sou português, por isso falo em português, como podem imaginar. Mas estou a falar em inglês, que é para, se houverem outros tipos de viewers, poderem compreender de uma maneira ou de outra, obviamente. So, let's continue. Sometimes I'm not going to be talking just because I need to focus a little bit, or there's nothing to say. I'm just not going to be here talking to everyone, so you just have to deal with it, unfortunately. But for now, I'll be talking to the ones viewing. these cuts that were made with the knife in the beginning still need to be taken out. Made all the foam look rough, but can also make the stones look a bit faker. It can also look good if they are properly done, because in stone there's also some vertical or horizontal lines, but one way or the other, let's try to get rid of them. I'm grabbing this blade with my hand with no problems, because the blade is a bit duller than usual, but I'll try not to cut myself, obviously. Thank you, dude. I also like the soundtrack. We had some minor technical problems, but we are back on track. I also love all these kinds of soundtracks, these medieval tavern soundtracks. They are super relaxing. I normally like to listen to some movies that I can put on my PC or on some streaming platforms, but usually I'm not seeing them, and usually they are always the same. Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, as you all know. But I do not watch them, I just listen to them because I've watched them so many times that I can say all, not all, but a lot of the phrases that are said in the movie and all the lines. Oh, not all of them, but lots of them. So I can basically see everything that is happening inside my head. Hello to everyone that got here now. Let's go, V. How are you, my bro? How's the quality of the video? I think it's a bit low, but I would love your input. Trying just to get rid of these lines right here. Nice. Thanks, bro. This is a good soundtrack to go to sleep to. It's calm, there's no voices. It's good vibes. Look, like these lines are not something that will get me some problems, but the thin ones made from the knife, those are the ones that I'm trying to get rid. Got a quick pass just on top of them, and it's no problem. And baby. Well, you can buy it on my Etsy store. I still need to add it to my profile. This account was made just for this stream, for my first stream ever, so there's still a lot to do with it, and I still had to add my Etsy account, my Instagram account, and all those other places that I'm with the same name in publishing or selling all the things that I do here. Unfortunately, I do not play as much as I wanted. Collecting dust, nothing that I would like to see. So a lot of my terrain will be on sale in my Etsy page with the same name of this channel, DwarvenTerrain. If you are interested, you can go on Etsy and try to find it. But I'll try to add it later so that it's easier and to see it in my bio. I could probably show you some of the builds I have in here so that the audience can have a tiny perspective of what I've been up to. So the latest one I did was this house right here. Complete with all playable interiors. The roof comes out. And in here we have all the floors. So we can play in each floor individually or at all floors at the same time. There's still a bit of touch-up I'll need to do here because the paint will glue a bit, but overall it's a small little townhouse that we are going to try to reproduce again, maybe a little bit different, but with the same techniques that I use here. I have lots of other things. Here I have some trees, some older ones that I did long ago, some pine trees that can be just left on the battlefield to create some scatter or some eye of sight block. Some different type of pine trees. These ones are more Christmas style pine trees. But all this terrain was made using just plastic trees from the dollar store and some little tricks that I'll teach you. Later on. And I also love to do some outdoor scenes, like this cave entrance that belongs to a system with some rolling hills and some 3 by 3 inches static grass tiles, so that we can do all exterior with static grass. I do think that looks really great. Just have the problem about storage, but no problem. You like this one, dude? I don't know, we also have some trees that still need a little bit of touch up. Oh! Different ones. This one is not finished yet, as you may see also. I don't know, we have a lot of things here. I can't put them all together. But we have little trees, big trees, different trees. And here I have funnier tree that just like this. Would you like to see the boat? I can't do it. The boat is really difficult to put on table, but I'll try it. Let's hope nothing falls out of it. Oh my god. Oh. I don't know if I can do this, but and it broke down. Oh no, everything is going down. Okay. It could be worse. It could be worse. This is a boat. It's easier to take all the sails out and just work without it for now. The boat is already a bit broken and all the magnets are coming off, but it's still alive, it's still here. These are the ballistas. I do think a ballista fell down. I don't know where it is. It's right here. These are the ballistas. And to simulate all the masts, we'll just put these ones right here, and right now it will be a lot easier to move all this. But yes, it's big and it's full of dust. Let's see if I can dust it off a little bit. Oh my god, it's picking up some color. It was full of dust. I can see all the... Oh my god, I just broke another piece. Okay, no worries there. Just need a little bit of white glue. Some PVA right here, just a little dot. And nothing ever happened. No, I'll need to put this right here. And we are going to save it for later, guys, so we'll have something to play with after all this. But yeah, we'll do a lot of things, like more boats. This one is too big. As you could see, it's a little too big to play. But we'll build some more, and we'll try to play with them at the same time. Whenever we can. Let's just try and put everything back on its place. I do need to take a little bit of time to glue all this back together and make it good again. Front mast missing now. Let's try. Okay, almost there. Just some ropes missing, and we are practically done with it. I don't know, so everything started right here. This is made from egg card, the card that come with the eggs. And and it was, I don't know, a bit of cardboard to make all this circular form, and just the cards from the box where the eggs came from, and a straw from McDonald's, and everything worked out a little bit together. I don't know. The connection is falling. My internet connection right here is not the best. I'm using wireless connection. And I do have a lot more terrain here, but it's all staved up in boxes and in other spaces that are not as accessible as they should be, but with time we'll go through another one. So let's continue working with our foam. Did you like, Antonio, the other builds? How's the quality of the video? Can someone tell me how the quality of the video has been throughout the stream? I know that it has stopped sometimes, but let's hope the quality can stay at least watchable. Oh, thank you, bro. You're impressed. Thank you so much, man. Video quality is fine, thanks. Thanks for the feedback. Maybe 7. Okay. Could be worse. Could be really worse. So I'll keep doing what I was doing previously before showing some of the builds. Basically, for those who got here later, I'm trying just to create some rock textures out of this foam, leaving all the height the same. I'm not cutting the foam horizontally, just vertically to have the rough shape, and then I'm doing a process of carving all this with the tip of the knife, just to have some good texture for the paintbrush to pick on later. Like all these flat spaces that rock will not produce in nature, that's what I'm trying to get rid of. Right now, just like the title said, I'm building some stackable cliffs. This will look something like this, where we can overlay all the cliffs and create bigger cliffs, or even cave entrances, or whatever we might want to create on our terrain. So I'll just do something like this, and now we have a place to play with lots of different heights, caves, entrances, places for little goblins to come out of, and some fun to the eye. Basically, something to populate the field and to make the terrain come more alive and more playable. That's why I'm not choosing to do this kind of cliff so much like a realistic type of building, but playable building, stackable building, things that I can use for more than one use, for more than one situation. It will be double-sided, rock on one side, the faces, the side parts will be all rock, and the other part will have grass with some good old wood chips, sawdust flocking. That we still will probably have to do some greener flock for all this, because I don't know if everything that we still have here will be enough to cover all the cliffs we are trying to build, but we'll do some flock, there's no problem on it. It will be another great video to do. It will have a bit of a drying time, and it will be a bit messy, but there's no problem on it. I don't mind the mess. It depends if they are big enough, like a little piece just like this can also be a rock. I can always do some kind of transformation to it and use it on the game, but I do have more foam. I don't need to use all these little pieces, but sometimes I do use them. It really depends on the build that I'm doing and on the space that I have at the moment. And all these little pieces that I gathered from all these cliffs are not as big as they should be. If it would be something like this size, I also could cut it horizontally and do lots of walls. I could build a mini house from it, lots of different things. But when they are really small, there's just no point on accumulating every piece of foam that just comes out of it. I wouldn't have space to work. But yeah, thanks for the questions. Those are really good questions. For those that are working on a budget, saving all these little pieces will do great rubble after all that. We'll be able to make small rocks, everything, and glue them all together. Thanks for asking it in English, because this way I can keep answering it and the language will stay the same. Despite me knowing that you all know how to speak English, at least the ones that I know that are here in chat. Unfortunately, I can't see the exact names of everyone that's facing some technical difficulties sometimes. As I said before, the internet connection is not the best, so we are trying to work with what we have, but after the video stopping, I'll have to go back to the software and basically refresh or restart the video, and I need to be really attentive to the stream page here on my computer to see if the stream is still in good conditions and still going on. But I have no other means of alerting me that the stream has stopped, so I'll need to be extremely attentive to the chat and to the condition of the stream. This is just the beginning, just the first phases. After this, we'll do some more texturing on top and on the bottom. We'll do some painting, some dry brushing, and some flocking, and basically it will be done. All these little pieces that seem a bit fake, that nature will not be able to replicate, we are not going to replicate, of course. Yeah, Tiago was also speaking about it earlier, saying that he was going to see until he fell asleep. The music is relaxing. I don't know if my voice is relaxing. I think I'll need a better mic for it, but ASMR videos, is that what you're trying to see? Okay. Yeah. So ASMR for me, it's not the best experience in the world because and some noises like this one and eating noises and all those noises just like trip with my brain and I can't process them completely as I should, and so ASMR is not my favorite thing in the world, but I can see where you're getting it. Do you think so? Sorry, I think it stopped again. Do you really think so? That my voice is good for videos? Yeah, I could, but I don't know if I'm interested in doing it. I think I'm going to build something about Pokemon. I also thought about some dioramas with old Pokemon toys, but I am still trying to find some. For real, do you really think so? Maybe I still need to improve on some mic or some more hardware to capture the voice. I thought about some dioramas about Pokemon, like some grass, some static grass, a little tree just like the ones that I've shown you, and I don't know, some Charizard, maybe with some LEDs, simulating some fire or something, I don't know. It's something that could be made. Basically, what I need right now is to find some old toys or to find some toys that I can modify it a little bit or that are good enough to do the dioramas with. I was thinking about a Pokeball, and the bottom side red and the top side transparent, like glass style, like a dome, and with the Pokemon inside and the little bush or a tree or some little specks of grass. I was not going to do that for TTRPG, just to build the diorama. These are gaming pieces. This is something that I'm doing to be able to play with. A diorama is a bit different. A diorama is just to look at. So I would be constructing like little scenes. I'm interested in trying some things with LEDs, like some fire breathing. Imagine like a Charizard breathing some fire. Oh, I'm back again. Imagine like a Charizard breathing some fire and all the fire is like some cotton, spread it out and painted with some rattle cans and an LED inside, simulating all the fire being expelled from his mouth. So that's something that could be done. One real cool thing is those dioramas with gyms or iconic Pokemon situations. Yes, that's what I was going to try to do. Seeing some old episodes, like when Pikachu thundered Raichu. Exactly. So I just need to have the right Pokemons for the right situations, and I'll be able to do the small dioramas about them. Small or bigger, I don't know. Would you? Would you buy it? Well, if you have some old toys left, if you can find some old toys, I can try and do them, and I will offer them to you. It's good for the channel, it's good for you, it's good for my experience in building some dioramas. That is something that I never did. I only build things to game on, despite, as I said in the beginning, not having used them as much as I would want to. But yeah, man, if you can find some old Pokemon toys, like the small ones, those like 3, 4, 5 centimeters, I really don't remember the size. If you can find some like that, I may try to build it. Why don't you do them in card 2D? Oh, so I could do them in card 2D style, but the thing is, all the other elements in the diorama will be 3D, and then you'll have a card. I can, for example, I play with cards for minis. This is not the correct size, it's much bigger. It should be like 26 millimeters or 28 millimeters or 32 millimeters. This is a bit bigger, but it can represent a soldier for now. And if you have a game, it's okay to have a piece of paper representing something that has 3D mass, but in a diorama I would be more comfortable with it being a 3D object, so that all the little trees and all that doesn't seem as different from the rest of the build. It's not realistic, because the build itself would be a bit different from what I'm used to do, with more shading and that. The building for Pokemon would be something that I would watch the series again to see the colors of the grass and the colors of the dirt and all that, to try to simulate all those bits. But we'll see how it goes with time. Yeah, ask your brother. Maybe he has some. The last ones that I saw on the supermarket were like 30 euros for 2 little pieces with 2 Pokeballs, or 20 euros for 1 monkey. It was not the best prices, for sure. But if it's that we have to work with, so the prices of the sale will be a bit higher, so I have to count with the initial product buy, and only then I can start to think about all the process and the time that it took me and the materials and all that will be included in the price. I could build my own, but I'm not that good with sculpting. It's something that I could delve a little bit into, but at the same time, to do a proper Pokemon on the first try is not my forte, if you know what I mean. But yes, you could sculpt one if you wanted to. Unfortunately, my stream quality is not the best, but I hope all this is at least a bit focused and not overexposed with light from my left side right here. yeah, for cheaper prices it could be done, but at the same time all the terrain that is going to be the part that I'm spending more time will be the same as one in 3D. It will be only for the looks, and if you're doing a diorama, at least do it properly. It's my opinion, so obviously it always can be done cheaper and with different materials, but we're trying to do something cool here. And for me, in a diorama, a paper Pokemon would not be the perfect thing. It's going pretty well for the first time. Thank you, bro. I'm trying to have things to say and to be a bit more entertaining than I usually am, but let's hope you're liking it. We are almost done with this part. We have just some levels. I do think I'm going to split horizontally some of at least one of the little pieces, so that we have more half levels to work with, so that we can do different sizes and the minis can transpond from one level to another. These bigger ones will stay like this, but the small ones maybe I don't have enough of them right now. I will, thanks. I think the video stopped there for a little bit. But yeah, what I'm trying to... Basically I'm trying to do the lives and collect some footage from the live, so that I can build some videos afterwards and do some shorts. Try to complete my profile. This was just to start off, to see if the stream was working for me, if I could do it, if my internet would be fast enough for it, but it seems to be just enough, not the best, I have to admit, but it has been just enough. I had to be a lot attentive to the stream to see if the stream is still going, but I can't at the moment put an internet cable in my PC, just have to be wireless, but let's keep on doing it. If we can stream, I'll just make the recordings and post some videos, I don't know. Something will have to be done, basically. This is basically the first little piece of content that this channel will have for now, so I'll try to be regular on my streams. Which type of content do you expect to post on your channel? Possibly, as I said, the live streams, some videos about doing some individual work. For example, for now we are doing the Stackable Cliffs, and I'll try to collect all the good footage from the Stackable Cliffs to do not a tutorial style, but a video showing how I do them, and all that footage will let me do some short content also, and try to have some viewers from that part of YouTube. So you can expect some videos about crafting, you can expect some lives about crafting, you can expect some shorts about crafting, different styles of craft, and basically I will learn new things and experiment with new methods and try to evolve a little bit in my craft and try to gain some competence, some new competences, and work with different materials basically. I would really love to try some resin pours, for example. I would love to work a little bit more with plaster. I've began to work with plaster, but at the same time it's not there yet. I still need some materials and some more training to do. I am not the biggest fan of them, but plaster tends to be a bit heavy and it can break down. The modeling compound that I'm doing right now is an homemade one, and I think it needs a little bit more plaster on it, and the paper fibers I think are not shredded enough, but we'll try to improve on them and improve on the technique that we are using so that we can replicate some of the results I've seen and try to evolve in our craft, basically. I do think I need some hardware for the stream, maybe a mic, and for sure a new camera, but for now this is the first one. I'm not going to invest a little more right now, only if I see that I really want to keep going on with this. So thanks, man. I'm glad that you loved the cavern entrance and the house. Thank you. I have some more around here. For example, let me see if I can show you this one. It's a bigger one that it's not completely finished. It still needs some painting and some touching up right here, some dry brushing, some texturing and some weathering, but it's basically a house that is connected to a big tower, but right now I cannot take the tower off, and as the previous house, all the floors also come out. It's basically the same thing and with the same method. But I still need to finish it. As I said at the beginning of the stream, I really don't like painting. It's my least favorite part of building this kind of buildings. So constructing them, it's good, but painting them for me is a really pain in the ass. So we'll do that in the future, let's say, in the near future. Let's hope so. This one is a little different. I think, okay, I'm going to try and take it all out to show you the complete part. So this is a three-piece building. We have the house, we have a little tunnel, and we have a tower. And they can be used singularly or independently. Let me just put this in the trash. So basically, as I shown you, we have the house, we have the tunnel that opens right here to be able to be playable in the inside of the tunnel, and we have a tower. Let's see if all this can appear in the shot. All this, as all the buildings are playable inside, and they can be arranged to be like this. They can be arranged to be in one big building. I think there's a knife here. but they can be arranged to be in one big building, something like this. It fell down, no problem. I don't know if the shot could show it, but we'll finish it with time. There's about it. It's stopping again. So that's the biggest building I have, and as I said, we still need to do a little painting on it, and it was never used on a game. Let's hope it will be used on a game on the future, but for now it's still sitting on a shelf waiting to be finished, just to look a bit at it, nothing more, unfortunately. Thanks, man. The tower is sick, thanks. So we are basically finished with this part. I'm going to grab, I think, one of the smaller ones, and I'm going to divide in the middle, like right here. So this one seems acceptable, and I don't know, maybe the smaller one will be a good one to do an elf tile. This is a small one. This one is also small. Okay, I think I'm going to do it in this one. All these other tiles will be put aside for now. There's a lot of things here. And now we are going to pull another tool, a different tool. Hot wire table. Let's hope it's connected. So, this is my hot wire table. It has these guides from shiftinglinux.com that are marvelous to do the work that we need to do right now. Let's split this bad boys into two. We'll just have to high gauge them. Something just exploded outside my window and I don't know what it was. So this is a hot wire that will melt as I'm passing through it. This is something that I think is satisfying to see. Just like slicing ham. And that was it. We only needed it to do this single cut. And texture just like the other ones. Horizontal passes and then some vertical ones, and we'll just destroy them with the tip of the knife. Let's try not to cut our hands with it. Now we're just going to... Oh! Are we still on? Is it still going? Nice. My browser just went down from nothing. So it's nice to have at least some feedback from you, because from this part I'm still really new to this stream things, so I don't know how to check on things yet. Okay, so now we have some F1s, and we'll still need some more texturing to do. So aluminium foil. Will it be possible to donate in crypto? Well, if you really want to, I can give you my address wallet, my wallet addresses, and you can send me some crypto, some Cardano, some Ethereum, some Bitcoin. You choose what you want to give me. I do not think that YouTube is using crypto at the moment. So now we are trying to use some force, try to texture all this foam to get all these different lines for our paint to pick up. We're going to do it on both sides and try to give it some different passes, different directions, different parts of the ball, so that we have more natural undulations on the dirt. Dogecoin is really common on Twitch. I don't know. If you want, you can take all that crypto money to fiat and then try to donate it through YouTube. I don't know. I don't know what YouTube is thinking about doing in the future about crypto. Activate the bell and hit the like button. As you can see, I'm not even used to say these phrases. This is going to take a while to do, or at least to do it nice enough. I think I might be better off doing this on my feet to be able to press all these indentations in the foam and create all these little types of texture and getting rid of the old textures. Yes, so now I'm texturing all the parts that are going to be rock and dirt, because on one side it will be rock, continuing from this side face to the top, and the other side will be dirt with some grass flocking on it, so that it will be double-sided and we can use it in different options. This way the terrain that I build will be able to be used more than once, and if you want grass, you have grass. If you want rock, you want rock. If you want rocky hills, you use the rock part. If you want grassy hills, you use the grassy part, basically. But yes, you can use a lot of things to give great texture. For example, you can use real rocks and give it some more ruggedness and some holes if you want. You can use, as I'm doing right here, an aluminium foil ball. But everything that can be engraved in the foam is also good to create more textures to use. The green foam is better to do this part. It can retain the texture a bit more. The pink foam is a bit more bouncy, but it can be worked with. What led me to start building? It's easy, basically. I stumbled here on YouTube on some videos from other YouTube artists like Black Magic Craft and Wilox Armory, RP Archive, and Terrain Tutor, lots of other videos, and I thought to myself, I can do that. And the first house came out, like the hot wire table and the more, I don't know, different things like polyfiber and XPS foams and silicons and glues and paints and brushes and all that can make everything come apart easier. Of course, I could be here just cutting foam with my knife, but having a hot wire table or a handheld hot wire cutter is just easier and will give you a great experience while just doing it with a knife. Just much harder. TTRPG. So I play D&D, but not with great frequency. Unfortunately, my overall group of friends do not play as much D&D as I would like, but I do understand it's a different system and it's something that has to be picked on first. And we are working on doing some games, and that's where I will be able to use all the terrain that I have done so far. But basically in TTRPG, tabletop RPG, it's easier. Okay. In tabletop RPG, you can do everything. In D&D, for example, if you want to fight the dragon, you can fight the dragon. If you want to save the princess, you can save the princess. But if you want to kill the town priest and steal all the loot, just go for it. That's the beauty of it. You're not bound to the levels that you are in, like a PC game or a console game. You can explore everything, and everything is basically made up by some guy called the DM that will be calling the shots. I am not the biggest and knowledgeable person to be speaking about D&D, but I've played it a little bit and will be playing it more in the future. Maybe we'll also be able to stream some of our games, possibly. Let's see. So now I'm trying to create some grooves right here. Some different paths for the stone to move to. I don't know if you're picking it on, but it's really subtle. Yes, it's really fun. It will be nice to watch, and if you want to play in the future, let's see if we can do something about it. It's not that hard to do. We don't even need all this terrain. With some piece of paper or even with a computer we can do it. Just have to be all at the same time in the same place or in the same chat to be able to speak to one another. How many times did this song already played? I think I'm listening to the same song for the past hour and a half, I don't know. So all this will be painted afterwards and all these textures will be picked on. Let's hope so. This is the boring part. Do you like my English? I'm trying to speak it to be more fluent on it and to try to have more of a to pass that conversation only part, be able to speak about specific subjects and with some fluidity. Sorry guys, the video stopped again. As I said, my connection is not the best and I do think it's the connection. I am not able to stream with all the KB something. It should be at 6,000. Unfortunately, I'm only able to use 1 to 2,000 for my stream rate. So I do think it's from the connection. I already bought a new cable to an extension for the wireless router, but I do think it's still not enough for my upload speed to be what it should be. This part is really boring. Just texturing and making some pressure on this ball. Oh, some more spots that need to be touched up. It seems a bit too rugged for natural rock right now. Maybe I skipped this one earlier. Thanks, Cans, for all the feedback about the video. It's been a great tool. I really do love more this green phone or blue phone. The textures can be a lot easier to bring out from the phone. Just a small pass. I don't know if you can see, but it's completely smooth like this, and just a small pass, and we will always leave some trace, some mark. So a simple roll of the ball can add a great deal of texture with not that much pressure. I do want more pressure because I want the texture to be engraved deeply in the rocks and in the cliffs. But for lighter passes, for just a simple rock texture, is just enough. Complex items. Could you elaborate on that? Complex items like complex builds? You should see a lot of great work that it is on YouTube and in other platforms also. Buildings, yes. Thank you, man. So the first ones were just really simple, didn't have interiors, just to look out from the outside. But after that I just needed to do something to be able to play inside, and we all also have different things, like for example all these bushes that can be placed wherever you want, even if we are like this, for example. There are simple things that can add a lot of detail to a craft and to a build. And it's really easy to do. And from nothing you'll have some different things to elaborate on the build. Bushes are really good for scatter. They break the line of sight, they populate the map, they give ideas to players to do some things. Just like small rocks, like this can be used not just like a cliff to be able to climb to the taller one, but can be used individually, just like different rocks that are on the path between the grass, where some things may be hidden in some hole. I don't know. The story can go through there. Texture, texture, texture. After this, we'll have a big painting session that will start probably tonight with some PVA and black acrylic paint to base coat them and to make the foam a bit harder with the PVA drying. So let's see if we can at least reach all that and paint at least one side of it, so that I'll be able to paint the other tomorrow or something. I think it stopped again. Yes, it stopped again, sorry guys. I really have to see this connection, do something about it. But yes, I remembered something and now I think I forgot about it. It was about what? Something that content said. I don't know, it will come. This is not worrying me, these marks that are not natural, but I'll use this side with grass because this one is good to make some rock texture out of it, and the grass will cover all these cuts and all these defects on the foam. I wish that I had some kind of way to automate this process, that when the stream stops it can just automatically restart the transmission from OBS. I'll have to go a little bit deeper on that, try to find some more information online. OBS is going. My arm is already in a bit of pain from all the strength that I'm doing in this small ball, but we'll keep on going on it. OBS is a good software. The problem is not the software, the problem is on the connection. Thanks, Badeki. The problem is the connection because I'm connected to a wireless router. So we have the router from Noj, and then I've connected to a signal extension. To a router that extends the signal further, and it's closer than the main one, but at the same time it's still being transmitted wireless via wireless from my computer to the router. The ideal situation would be me having an internet cable, but I do not think I can pass one through the door unless it's going from the underneath, but I'll have to try. But even so, for that I'll need another cable. Already bought one with 10 meters today, so I'll need to wait a bit to be able to buy another and first test if the cable can fit under the door. And even so, the cable will be running through the floor, passing through the door for the bathroom. And I mentioned it, and I already got one today because I wasn't able to connect that extension for the internet without the cable. So I had to buy the cable for that router that is closer to me now, and the internet is better than it was previously, but it still is not enough for a smooth stream as I'm seeing right now, because the stream is constantly stopping, and I bet it's the connection from the internet. I already had to lower some specs to be able to keep a flowing image. Oh. Let's hope at least some of this footage is good to make a video about some stackable cliffs. I only need image, the sound can be cut down because I'll put in some music and I'll have to record some voice off to be able to compile all the little seconds of footage here and there to make a big video. This foam is a little bit older than I was used to. So it's a bit harder, but it's still possible to work with. My elbow is starting to ache a bit. But we need to keep on going. We already did half the pieces, and I do want to start painting them tonight so that they'll be dried up tomorrow, and tomorrow we can continue with another life maybe in the afternoon. Almost there, just a few more pieces to do. This was the one that we started today. This is the biggest one we have to work with. And now we can give it a second look just to see if every rock is where we want. Every piece of the cliff. Oh, see? A bit of foam that really straight. That should not be right like this. Thank you for being here, Cams. It was a pleasure. And a really great help. Thank you so much, man. Have a nice sleep. Okay, we just have this one, these two big ones, and after that the small ones to do, and the worst part is done. So this one is a bit of a problem, but we'll deal with it later with some painting. If we need, we'll add some more texture later with some grout, and that will cover all the defects that we are seeing right now. But still, we also need some texture on the rest of the foam piece. Some of these corners are still a little jagged. I'll need to compile a better playlist, because I think this one is a bit repetitive. I do think I already listened to this tune. Give it some more texture. Texture, 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 texture. It's a bigger piece, so it will need maybe some more of indentations here. If it stays on top, it will not be that bland. I think we are getting there. I have to look at more tracks with no copyright so that I'll be able to use them freely here. And maybe I'll do a big one with like 5 hours or something with different songs. This way we can keep being entertained by the music, but it's not that repetitive. Or else we'll be here listen to the same 3 or 4 sounds one after the other. Where's my mouse pad? Oh, hello again. Still have 2 big ones and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6, yes. But they are small ones. Some of these corners will probably be knocked down a bit after. You're doing a toast while watching. Cheers, mate. I'll probably get some cider after doing this to get a bit of a refreshment. Oh, the ball just fell down. There. There's still just a little bit to go, but the majority has already been textured. This one is almost done. I'm also just now looking at where should I be building, if I can do stuff down here, or if maybe I should be doing stuff in the middle. But I do think here is the best spot. But I'll have to look after the stream has ended to see if everything is in the right place, or if I'm going too much to the front or too much to the back, to adjust all that with time so that you can have the better experience possible. We are almost done with this one. Yes, this one is done. Now the last big one is right here. And we are attacking it right now. Whoa. Some more texture right here. These are the ones that need more things in the middle to break a little bit the form of the foam, or else it will be completely the same, and that is not a good job. Getting hot with this sweatshirt on and all the strength I'm doing. And midnight, and we already did 2 hours of stream. Let's go. Let's go, B. What are you drinking? What are you toasting with? The only thing I have here is water, so I'm not properly going to toast, but I'm also thirsty. Cheese and ham. Oh, you were speaking about a toast, not doing a toast, like a drinking toast. Okay. Cheese and ham is always good. The best ones are the simple ones. I thought you were speaking about drinking. So, just the small ones left. These ones will be faster. And these ones will not need as much indentations as the other ones. Ooh, look at the texture that this side of the foam can create. I don't know if it's being picked up properly by the camera. I'm going to wait a bit just to see if the camera can pick it up just enough. Okay, I think you can see some of it. But yeah, this one is done, so these are way faster. We had some technical difficulties again. I think the stream stopped a little bit. At least I'm not an NPC streamer. That would be the worst. I really don't get just doing random shit to the camera. I do understand that they want the money that people are sending them, but the way that they are acting is not normal, dude. Something that I just don't like. So this is the last one finally. After this one we will start some priming with some black paint and PVA glue. And I think we will end the stream after priming all the pieces, at least on the sides and on one of the tops, to be able to let them dry and not get glued down to the table. And tomorrow we'll finish that and probably start to do another thing, maybe some flocking that is going to cover it, but we'll see where do we get tomorrow. Okay, this was the last one, so now I'll just try to arrange them in an order that they will not fall. These are the bigger ones. Now we have this one and this one. So I'm just trying to stack this all up in a way that it will not fall down as soon as I pick it all. It's actually a cool piece of terrain. Look at it. All the different heights. Okay, it all started to crumble down. Oh no. It's fine. So I'm going to put this a bit aside to be able to prepare some paint, some glue for us to start priming everything. So first we'll need this. What do we have here? Nothing. So if we have nothing to prime them, it stopped again. So okay, so now we have some acrylic paints, some PVA glue, and we'll just mix it all together inside this spot right here. This way we'll have a primer with the paint, and the glue will give lots of strength to the foam, make it rigid, more prepared for all the use we'll need to get them. So, doing this way, it will take ages. This is what I'll do. Let's work. Of course it works. That's okay. And a bit of water. Not too much, just a bit to make flow a bit better in all those rock ridges that we created. Mix, 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 mix. I do think it's still a bit thick. And add a little bit of water. Just a tiny bit. Might be too much. Okay, I think it's a good texture right here. Okay. first we'll need to make some space to dry all the pieces, or else we'll be doing them and then not having a place to put them. Probably have enough space for it, so this one was just for mixing. Let me grab another brush. This one is probably alright. So let's start a small one to see how it gets. Try and put the paint in all these ridges. Try to cover as most as we can, because a piece of green in the middle of a gray rock, it's not the best. I will try to not do these rocks like the typical gray rocks. I'll try to have a bit more of some earthy tones. I'm just going to grab a piece of parchment paper right here. Okay, much better. Okay, it's going. I think we'll be able to do this tonight, at least all these layers that we built and reviewed. And after that we'll paint only this side and leave one side blank so that it's not glued to the table. In theory, it will not glue down, but you never know. It was not the first time that it would happen to me. Actually, I like to listen to all these songs, but I don't know. I still would prefer to be listening to a movie or something like that, like I'm used to do. But at the same time, if I'm listening to a movie, I can't be speaking to the chat. It will be a bit harder to communicate with everyone. You never saw the painting process, so it's easy. We start with the dark colors and we will work from the dark to the light. So first we'll start with this primer. It will be black. On top of this primer we will overbrush some grays, some dark gray, and after that we will overbrush but with a softer touch with a lighter gray. After that we'll work on some washes to insert all those earthy tones, those browns and greens from some moss and dirt that is on the rocks. Just like a process like a leopard spotting, but not completely, because we are not using the plaster to absorb all the water, but at the same time we will be able to bring more life into the rock, not just a simple gray rock, because rocks are really not just grey. They have all those undertones that can be really good and can convey some more realistic feeling to the build. For example, when I did this, oh, okay, this was too much paint. I'll try it in a moment in another piece. Now I'll really have to get my fingers dirty. So this is enough for some primer. All the color and glue will be good after this. So, as I was, if I just do this, not every piece of foam will be painted. All these ridges will be in the darker tone, so if I start really heavy, there's always some black from the primer to be left on the first gray, and then I'll start to overbrush a little bit more, and the gray, the lighter gray will be on top of the first darker gray, and we will be working until we're just touching the ridges with an off-white or a khaki color, and all that will give all the colors that we need. But first we need to cover everything with black and PVA. That is the objective of this part of the painting process. These brushes are obviously not expensive brushes, because expensive brushes would be ruined on this kind of process. You have to remember we are working with PVA glue that, despite being water-based, still can ruin a paintbrush, because all of the paint that I'm inserting inside the bristles, I'm not completely worrying about ruining this paintbrush. Basically, just continuing, trying to pick on every detail that might be missing, and at the same time trying to not pull down the ink like it was right here, or it will eat all this texture that we took so much to imprint here. Yes, we are definitely repeating every sound that we have listened more than once, definitely. Let's see if we can find a different soundtrack. Probably this one? I don't know. It's the same song. I'll definitely need to do a list already on my computer, so that I can be sure that we are not repeating every music 3 or 4 times each stream. Yes, they are cool, but after 2.5 hours listening to the same songs on the headphones, it starts to be a bit, you know. It's relaxing. Now that we paint this black, we can always see that the texture is much more like rock than it seemed before. I never did this process where I would use the knife to carve out all this I usually would use an X-Acto knife and carve some big lumps, like some big rocks, but this is much better. I do like this method much more. The other would be really unrealistic. It's good maybe to do those dioramas that we were speaking about Pokemon, because all the earthworks in Pokemon are a bit more clunky. I wouldn't say clunky, but more without as much detail, because it is an anime, it's not real life. So it's normal that it's not as detailed as we are used to see a rock or a cliff face or a earth mound. But one way or the other, it's always good to know how to do things in different ways, more than one way, because results are different, and in one way or the other, nature has lots of different things, and if we always, every time that we look at a rock, we always see the same rock or similar rocks, it's not as good. I have different kinds of rock, and I'll have this type of rock. I hope I have enough paint for everything. I have more glue and more paint, but I was trying to do everything in one go and not lose much time trying to do more paint and more glue. Okay, stopped again. I'm really not liking this connection. It's always stopping and it's not loud enough for me to pick on right away, so if this stops, you already know what may be happening. At least today, I hope this is not something that repeats. I would like it not to be. I was actually needing to build something for a few days, but was not building it because I was trying to do all this stream setup and find a camera. Tell Hole sucks because he's watching NBA moments. I know this is not the most entertaining thing for people that are not used to this kind of music, or at least don't know exactly what I'm doing. So I don't judge him, and I understand that NBA moments are a bit better than a stream with a guy just building things, but I'll be here. I'll be here waiting for everyone to appear when everyone wants to appear. Support bros, respect. But it's if you want to go play, be my guest, man. There's no problem about it. The footage will be here. Oh, I forgot to go get the cider. I hate painting. Oh my god. Almost there. Nice. Thank you, man. Okay. At least this is faster than the previous thing we were doing. I'll just try. One had fun in one had fun in the other. Nice. After the stream, I will also be going there. I still have to download it. How much gigas are the download? Do you know? Three gigabytes, but that's a small download. Is it taking that long? I'll be going to the game after the stream ends also. Try to see if I can record some more shoots. If I can shoot like yesterday. Oh, I forgot we were playing on PS4. But he said it was like some kind of Lego update. this part of the foam will keep the color really great. The other part was the factory part. This one is the one that the hot wire touched, and the black will always stay just so much better here than here. Let's hope I still have some space for the big ones. No problem, dude. Thanks for the likes, dudes. Respect. Stream do PC. Thanks, bro. After it dries off, really hope so. But yeah, these small ones are almost painted. After that will be the bigger ones, and I think I'll end the stream after that. But still, at least maybe half an hour, 1 hour, I don't know. We'll enjoy the process. We'll just be here, no problem. With no rush. We have nowhere to be. Just painting some rocks. Trying to not leave any spaces, and hoping, fingers crossed, hoping that the cliffs will not be glued down to the table after they dry. Oh, Hola just appeared. Thanks for the subscribe, man. Do you like the music? Just to give a bit of an ambiance. Or else it would be just the sounds of the brush and my voice. And that would be a bit dull. At least this way, if I want to shut up a little bit, I'll be able to And you still will be listening to something. Just this one and one more small one to go, and after that the big ones. I'll have to clean my computer also. There are lots of little droplets of black paint on the keyboard. This is acrylic, so just if they are dry, maybe with my nail I can scratch them off with no problem. Even if they have a little bit, they are little tiny droplets smaller than 1 millimeter. As soon as black paint touches, it unifies everything. It always starts to look like rock as soon as it touches the foam. It can unify all the textures, and it takes out the green color and the pink color from the foam. It seems real synthetic color, but as soon as the black touches it, it seems to transform it in another thing instantaneously. Okay, one more small one to go, and after that, the big ones. This one is really small, so it will be fast. Yes, it could be a hard soundtrack, but I really do not want to be copyright striked, so I prefer to ask for music or search for music that has no copyright claim on it. At least that's what the title of the video says, and I will really need to delve more into that, because just 5 songs will not cut it out for streams. That will take some hours, just like this one. So I'll need to have something better, and as I said, make a better list and probably playing it on the computer to save up a little bit on the connection. Look, a bit that came off. Okay, now we just have the big ones to deal with. Now it will be a bit easier to grab them, but it will take a bit longer. Yes, chill and calm. It's what I was going for. And it's in the vibes of what we're doing. I still will have to rewatch all the stream to see if the music is a bit high or if the sound is good with my voice on the background. Look at it, already starting to appear like some rock. This will capture a lot of good paint. Let's see how it gets in the end. I'm probably dirty in my nose with some paint. Oh shit. It's okay. I was meaning to do this kind of build for a long time. The sound is balanced? Thanks. I wouldn't want it like really low too, because it would seem like real far away, but I was thinking it would be a bit high also. I think I'm going to buy a microphone, so that my voice will be a bit cleaner. I think this mic will pick up a lot of background noise, and it's not that I have a lot of noise surrounding me, but breathing and tapping things, like doing some kinds of movement that will be always picked up on a mic. And if I have a mic that's a bit better, I can put it closer to me without it being a problem for me to build, like right here for example, and this way my voice will be a bit better. It's not as far away as it might sound, I think, because as I said, I'm just imagining what I'm going to find after the stream ended and when I'm watching everything that we did today. Voice could go a little higher. Mic, it will do it, yes. I can also try tomorrow to use the webcam mic instead of the mic from my computer, because that could be better. Maybe this mic right here is more powerful and is also closer to me, but will also pick up probably more sounds. I don't know, we'll see. Tomorrow I'll try and change the mic that I'm using, but yeah, I'll definitely want to update to a better one for sure. I saw some mics from Trust. I know they're not the best, but for what I have now, they're better than nothing. And the price was not out of this world, so I will probably try something like that. Because I'm not going to buy like professional material right now. It's my first stream. If I see that I really want to keep doing the streams and it's really something that I'll need, of course I'll need to invest in some camera equipment to have a better image, and definitely in a mic, and definitely in an internet cable that reaches the computer here. Yeah, I'm completely low budgeting right now. But even with the low budget, I already spent, I don't know, maybe 100 euros. Because if we do the math, the webcam that I didn't have was like 40 euros. And the ring light was 40 euros also. And the cable for the internet that I bought today was 30 euros, so for my account is 110. No, yes, 110 euros spent. Not just streaming, but doing our work as we always did. So a good internet cable is always needed, so I'm not counting that. Okay, I'm not going to count that for money spent to try to stream, but at least 80 euros on the camera and the ring light. That was my spending until now. I don't know. Watching it at home catches a feeling like I'm in your studio beside you right now. But of course, man, you are a personal friend, you know the space, you've been here multiple times. So it's like you're here, right here. But you're not. We're just not used to speak English to each other, but it's not a problem also. Vibing. It's been a pleasure having you here in the stream from the beginning. We are almost at 3 hours, so I think it's really good, man. Thank you. We are getting a victory royale today. Well, let's hope so. I'll be recording every game. If we have a victory, I'll post it in another channel. 71 games, if everyone is interested, is the channel that I'll post some gaming related content. These are more like for building some terrain. I'm recording this right now. This is being recorded at the same time as I'm live. So after the live has ended, it will be here on YouTube to watch. If we want, we can watch. Even the chat can be repeated and watched again. But what I was saying I was going to be posting was our game later. If we have some kind of victory royale, but if we have some good clips, I'll post in some shorts maybe. I don't know. The only thing I need to do is keep recording and play, so I'll be waiting for things to happen. This song is cool, yeah. I think this is some song from The Witcher, I'm not sure. At least it really seems like it. After painting everything, I'll be going to the game, guys. Reminds me of Ricardo that is bugging on us at night, watching it rain, looking at the horizon, just casting a cool breeze. Okay, so I think we're back again. Okay, are we back? Okay, it's the connection, just as I told you. The connection is not the best, and sometimes maybe the connection is lost for some seconds and OBS stops the transmission to YouTube, but after I go to OBS and restart the transmission, I can keep the stream running without it ending automatically, and we'll probably be okay. I really need to wash my hands after this before touching my computer. Ricard, if you want, next stream I can add some firewood sounds. I already saw in here in the YouTube's music library that you have some sound effects, and one of the sounds that I listened to was wood crackling in a fire, so I can really have the sounds of the wood behind. You really want a fireplace. If you really wanted a fireplace, I could add a video of a fireplace to the stream, but you wouldn't be able to see me craft. At least the rock is not bad. The texture that we did is bringing out some results, I do think. We will only be sure after we apply the next layer of grays, but it seems it will be really good to pick on some heights and lows, darks and light. And more importantly, it will be easier to dry brush. Thanks, man. The good of doing all this modular terrain is that it can be used numerous times, and despite you as a player already have been in the presence of this prop, let's call it like this way, you'll be able to see it in different situations and in different forms, and will never exactly be the same. That's the beauty of some modular terrain. Tiago is in the lobby waiting for you, Ricardo. I don't know, probably half an hour. Probably half an hour, I think. I still have to paint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big ones. That will take a bit longer, so if you want to leave the stream, it's okay, man. Go play. Thanks, man. Warming up in solo, watching the stream. Let's go. Is the image focused? Can you see the details around here, for example, without me painting them? Or after painted? It's being faster than I was expecting. It's practically half done. And we still have paint left. The texture is okay, I do think so. So that's hours in, and we are already painting all these. It's not bad. So now let's paint here on the top. As I mentioned before, we are only painting one side today because we don't want this to be glued down to the table. And only tomorrow, after all this is dried, we'll be painting the other side. While this side is drying, we'll be probably making some more flocking with some sawdust and trying to put that to dry also in a small furnace that I have here, and hopefully it will be this will be dried in time so that we can keep on working on them and continue painting them. I think I'll have to put some dirt on the other side that I'll be painting tomorrow to make some base for the grass flocking, because I don't want it to be like a manicured lawn. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what time I'll be doing the stream tomorrow. I don't know if I'm probably doing it in the afternoon or at night. I don't know if it's going to be at the same time that this one started. This one started around 10 p.m. I think. I'll probably be able to start a bit earlier now that I know how to work with everything. We'll see. Try to pick up every detail, every nook and cranny. At this phase is a bit crucial. Coming to these holes, they are a bit harder to paint, but it's actually pretty easy. I was really thinking that today I was not going to be able to stream because the internet was not cooperating, but then I changed those kbps on OBS and I was able to start streaming at least a bit fluidly. The other test I did was so laggy, it was the worst. So I thought I wouldn't be able to stream here, and I tried one last time and it was okay. It's not the best. So, how many do we need to paint more? After this one is just one, I think. Yes? No? Four after this one. It's almost there. No need to rush. We need to do a proper good job so that we don't need to paint this all over again and spend an eternity painting all of this again and again and again. So I'll just try to do a good job at the first time. Watching that, I really need to wash my computer after this. It's full of small little black mini dots from the paint. My computer is sitting in front of me, so think we stopped again. I'm so dirty in my hands. Clean the brush a bit. I do think this song is from The Witcher. Again, the same music. Oh my god, I'm gonna go crazy. At least the music is not bad. It's just repetitive. And a repetitive music in a repetitive situation, doing repetitive moves and repetitive tasks. It's not the greatest thing I did today. At least we are almost ending. Finally, again. I really do have to see my connection. Just to see if I can find another 10-meter cable to connect from that router from underneath the door, to see if I can bring a cable here. Don't even know if I have an internet entrance here. While painting all these little bits that didn't come out when we were trying to knock them out earlier, they will all come back. Just yeah, I can take them out easily from the ink from my computer. Just a little bit right here. To do now, but besides that, it's okay. So, Stackable Cliffs. So we are not receiving in. Just get worse. At least this is the worst part in painting, because I have to go and try to hit every nook and cranny. After this, so over brushes and dry brushes and washes and all that will be a bit easier and faster also. Are we still going? Is still everyone on chat? Or am I not transmitting? Okay, finally I'm at a good connection. My internet connection really needs to be improved, at least for streaming. This last ones. I still have 3 big ones to paint, so I'll definitely need some more paint, some more glue, some more water. Don't need that much, but need to finish all this. Small brush. All this is not too watered down. I think it will be good. Maybe even a little bit more water. Okay, it's better. I like to leave it in a consistency a little bit lighter than honey. It's like watery paint, just not too thick like PVA, not water style, but watered down enough. Just the right amount. I can't really tell what is the real right amount, but I do like this texture. It can flow well inside of these little cracks and holes, and it will make more ink, more paints. It becomes easier to paint all this, but at the same time it's not an easy texture, you know. At least we're almost there. Almost there. After this one we're almost done. We only have to paint 2 more stackable cliffs before we end the stream. Almost reaching 3.5 hours of stream. Not a bad number for a first time. That means I'm working on these cliffs. At least today I'm working on these cliffs this time because I haven't done anything previously. These little nooks and crannies that we can't miss to have this good texture. So after painting all this, the next part of the process will be starting with the grays, dark gray and a lighter tone. After that I'll probably do some sponges with some browns and greens in some spots to simulate some dirt, some mosses, some growth, or even with some washes that can also give great results to those tones. And after that I'll be covering it with a light dry brush in some light brown, let's say brownish gray, and only after that I can pass with a lighter gray on top of everything, so that I can capture all the high points, just like doing just a bit of a dry brush. And that will be the way that I will be capturing all the light that will hit the rocks. Possibly I will be doing that in a zenithal position, like from top to down, but at the same time these cliffs are double-sided, or will be double-sided, so I should be doing them in both directions, because both directions will be facing up at some point. Anyway, at least that part will be made in multiple steps. All of them will require drying time, so we will have to pick another project to be doing in the meantime while all this is drying, and be jumping from project to project. definitely be glued down to the table tomorrow, but with a spatula or something we'll be able to pick it out. Because it's just the borders that will be glued down. And because PVA needs air, only the outer parts will dry. 2 more to go and we're done. Okay, now it's this one. Most jagged parts are the hardest ones because the paintbrush doesn't go exactly where we want it to. Need to have a bit of patience, and at the same time we can't put too much paint on it, because if we do that we won't be able to see the little details. Despite being a bit watered down, still have to be aware of that, obviously. Look at this brush, how it's getting completely ruined. I don't care. All the brushes that I have are cheap brushes exactly because of these situations. Oh. I know that I destroyed the majority of brushes I come in contact with because of this. For those who do not know, I am also a painter, a plastic artist, and I am obviously not using those brushes to do terrain, but if I really have to, I'll use them. But even those brushes, from my profession, are not that expensive. I tend to not be a good user of brushes, and usually they all get ruined sooner or later, so that's why I really do not spend that much money on brushes unless I really need something specific. One way or the other. Okay, I think I'll be doing this one. One way or the other. I tend to separate some of the brushes to do terrain and to do paintings in canvas. Because if I use everything for everything, I'll only have brushes looking like this, completely ruined it. I'm sorry if my head is in the way in some of the shots. It's also something that I will have to train myself to avoid. I'll be probably doing some funny faces while I'm concentrating here, because I am forgetting that I do have the webcam right here pointing at me also, so I have to keep that in mind. And I tend to do some funny faces while I'm trying to concentrate or doing some difficult work. Thanks, B. Have you been listening to all I've said? I don't know, I was not looking at the chat. Oh yes, you were playing, I forgot. It won't take much, I'll be there with you also. It's okay. This. And we are approaching the last piece to be painted today. That is this one. My fingers are starting to hurt a little bit, but let's keep on going. It's the last one. So, last one from the group. So we'll just be painting it and probably finishing the stream after it. This one will take a little bit longer to paint due to being bigger, of course. I really would like to try some resin pours. Because I do have a system of 3x3 tiles with static grass. I do not like rivers to go on top of the grass, so I'll have to try and pour some 3mm, I think it will be enough, 3 or 4mm deep pours in a lot of tiles that I already built and painted, and put some dirt on it. I just need to paint it a little bit more and try to use. But I would really like to try some Mod Podge first. D&D stuff. Yes man, D&D stuff. All these rocks always get so much better after the primer. I'll have to paint this standing there. To be able to show you what I'm doing. This is a bit big. And as you can see, I'm trying to hit every nook and cranny, every little slot in between all the textures that we are engraving previously. Trying to take out all the excess paint that are on some of these ridges. I haven't decided yet, but probably I'll be streaming also some paintings I'll be doing. I'll have to put the camera in a different position, but probably I'll be able to film near the canvas. And I will have to first see if I can do it, because I paint with a technique using a projector, and the lighting is very important for me to be able to see, just like the lighting is very important for the stream to be able to see. So I'll need to make some tests first, see what can be painted, what can be done regarding light. Finally. So I'll just need to paint this. That's it. I do think I'm just going to paint one thing, that is this right here. I'll be showing you in a later date how do I use this system with these screws on, but I'll need to paint all this with just a bit of brown. I'll have to do some dry brushing and some aging. So I'll just be painting all these branches with the brown, all that I can reach. Just to make it a little bit more like a tree from this kind of view. I won't be doing just because we can see it from the top, but will be basically it. Not that much problem. So this will be staying here drying, and that's it, guys. Thank you so much for staying here. Thank you so much for being present in the first stream that we did. Now we just need to clean this all up and wait for tomorrow. Thank you so much.